Midweek Analysis.
Hey guys, this is a midweek analysis for March 3rd of 2021. Okay, so we'll start off with the Usdjpy pair. This is a monthly chart. We'll start off with a brief overview. Okay, so ultimately we're targeting this pivot low at 101. But before that, I'm pretty sure we'll get a pullback to 107, then possibly 109, and then down to 101. Okay, so short term I'm long biased, long term I'm short biased. Okay, so let's go on to midweek price. Okay, so this is a weekly chart. So if we recall, we're taking long trades with our first target being at these gap levels right here. Okay, so it's roughly the 105 level. And our second target is at this pivot high at 107. Okay, so for the time being, it seems price will reach its 107 second target. But there is one thing that's happening in midweek price. So this is a monthly chart. Okay, so this trend line from this pivot to this pivot is rather strong. I believe the level is at 106.98. Okay, so it's literally a couple pips off our 107 target. Now, due to this trend line being rather strong, there is a possibility that price might have some trouble getting through here. So I recommend actually taking targets just a couple pips early at this trend line, just in case. Okay, so let's go on to the Euro-USD pair. Please subscribe if you like these videos, and please push the like button. It'll really help me out, guys. Thank you. Okay, the Euro-USD. This is a monthly chart. We'll start off with a brief overview. Okay, so because of this trend line right here from these pivots and this strong breakout right here, roughly 6-7 months ago, we are long biased in the medium term. However, in the short term, we're short biased into at least this pivot low right here. Okay, so medium term we're long biased, short term we're short biased. Okay, so let's go on to midweek price. Okay, this is a daily chart. Now, if you recall, we're short biased until this pivot low right here. And last week there was a short trade that formed right here, and it didn't hit its target yet. However, today, a long trade formed right here, which shows the possibility that there may be a strong pullback. Thus, it may be wise not to take a short trade on a pullback and only take a short if another strong short trade forms. And then possibly we could target that daily pivot low we were talking about. Okay? So let's go on to the Audnzd pair. Well, I just put out lesson 8 of my price action trading course. It's on how to find legitimate HNS patterns. So if you have time, please check that out. Okay, the Audnzd. This is a monthly chart. We'll start off with a brief overview. Okay, we have a normal double bottom against a weak downward trend line. And so we're long biased into at least this trend line right here or this pivot high in the long term. However, in the medium term, we're short biased into at least this low right here. Okay? Okay, so let's go on to midweek price. Okay, so this is a daily chart. Last week, there was a short trade that formed right here, but it already hit its target. Then on Monday, a long trade formed right here. So being that our ultimate target is at this pivot low right here, like I showed on the monthly chart, it may be wise at this point if price pulls back not to take the pullback trade with a stop loss up here, and rather make sure that even if price pulls back, we want another short trade to form first. Then possibly we could take that trade down to this pivot low target. One more thing you want to be looking at on the Audnzd is that if you go to the weekly chart, you can see these two trend lines right here. Price is basically stuck in this range right here. And this range is made with all these gaps right here. So on the bottom end, there are many gaps right here. That's causing that bottom end. And the top gap being way back at this gap level right here. Okay, so this gap to this gap. Okay, so it seems like we're going to be in a range for a time being. However, we're short bias, so only taking the short trades from the top end of this range may be wise. Targeting this pivot low. Okay, so that's it for the midweek analysis. I hope you guys have a great rest of the week, guys. And thanks for watching. Bye.